Welcome back, guys. Just cleaning up these pistons. I've got 3 cleaned, and I'm working on the last piston, and they're all savable. So I thought I'd show you how I clean them the old way without a sandblaster. And that's the liner it came out of. So all the liners I think are savable. It's going to take probably a couple thou, maybe 3,000ths to clean them up with a hone. But I'll soon find out when I send it down to the machine shop. So you can just see all that debris scratching up the skirt. The coating off of the skirt is almost gone. So all I'm going to do is clean that up with some 2000 grit. The crown, you can see inside those ring lines, they're just packed full of carbon and whatever material that was mixed up with it. And one of the pistons had a seized ring on this land here. So I'll just show you how I clean them the old way. You know, when I was a kid, my dad showed me how to do that. So it still works today. Just you know, I wish I had my my little cabinet sandblaster, but I don't. Yeah, you know, when I when I was telling you guys, I took those injectors out and they were really coked. I knew things were bad here. It's that's why I've torn it apart. Anyway, what we do here is we take an old ring and we snap it off. You can see the broken end here. And then we simply start in the ringland and start scraping. And you can see there's over 1/16 of an inch of carbon built up in there. And some of it's very hard to get out, but this system works really good. It takes a lot longer than using a sandblaster, but hey, if this is all you got, this works pretty good. So you can see how clean those lands are, and when you look down you can see the carbon. So like I said, I've been trying to work this engine as hard as I can, but those daily commutes may be the reason why this stuff is building up like this. I'm still not certain why, but I think that's why. It's just not worked hard enough. You know, ceramics aside, those shouldn't be coked up that bad. So this time around, what I'm going to do is to break it in, I'm going to, not that I didn't do that the last time, but this time I'm going to just fire it up for 5 minutes, check for you know, leaks and make sure everything, all the vitals are good. And then I'm going to hit the road, and there's a 20-minute climb out of here at 8%. And I'm just gonna go up that and do about a 500-mile loop of nothing but hill climbs. Go down to Vancouver, turn around, come back, go up to Kamloops, turn around, and then go through Merritt and back up to Kelowna. It's gonna take me probably 12 12 hours of driving, but that'll keep this thing loaded up really good so that top ring will seat in. As much as I tried the last time to break it in, I did run it for a few days in town just to confirm everything was okay before I set out for the break-in, and I think that was a no-no. It strictly says right on the overhaul instructions to load this engine up right away, 80% load for the first, I think it's the first 100 miles or 500 miles or something like that. I'd have to go back and look. And then when I finish cleaning these ring lands, I'll show you. So as you can see, it's a fair amount of work, but it's not that, it doesn't take that long, to be honest. Each piston it took me an hour each piston to clean it. So those other ones yesterday was 3 hours, and then I ran out of time, had to go home, get my son, because the power went out at the school, and it was 43 degrees centigrade out, which is about 105 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's really hot. There. Those are pretty well cleaned up. And then I'll test fit the rings into those lands and make sure they're okay. Those have a lot of carbon on them. So now I use a stuff called ZEP, industrial cleaner. It's kind of like the old Chevron. In the day, 30, 40 years ago, I used a product called Chevron engine cleaner. And this stuff is very, very similar. Very corrosive, very... brass wire wheel for that. And that works good. Just a light rub is all I give them. go. And that's enough to just take the last little bit of that finish off, that coating. So these are, contrary to popular belief, these are steel pistons. They're not aluminum. Some guys have commented about the aluminum pistons. These are steel. And they're coated in a tin material. And you can see that tin right there. And so the coating is completely gone here, right back to the tin. And now there's a very light little bit left there. I'm just going to leave that. I don't see that stuff being my biggest concern. So some of you guys have been asking about the piston pins and the bearings there, so I can't see those being damaged, but I'm going to pull one apart and have a look. And if the slippers are damaged, I'll order a set of those. I don't have a set. So there you have it, guys. That's just cleaning up the piston. I see no reason why I can't use these again. They're in excellent shape. So we're going to run those again. The liner, I'll just clean up the liner a little bit with the wire brush on the top, just for the seal. And then clean this area up here as well with 2000 grit for the liner seals to fit on. Right. So we're going to put those liners into that block over there along with the seals, and we'll lock the liner down and get them honed. And then we'll try again. And this time, let's hope there's success. These are the rod bearings. They're brand new standards. They've never been used. So we're going to run with those. We're going to use these and replace these guys. And then I'll show you these other bearings, I'll just throw those in my spare when I build it up. They're in, I think, I might not even have to, but I'm rolling them out just in case. So here's the set that were used. If they were used, they were only test fitted, and I don't even think started, to be honest. Just a little bit of rubbing there. But we'll keep these as spares again, just keep them on the shelf. And then I'll order new ones. So they're shiny new, like the rod bearings. And these can be put in my spare, my test engine. So yeah, that's it, guys. It looks like these pistons are good. We're going to send the liners out for honing, and then order up a ring set, main bearing set, and some O-rings, liner rings, O-rings, and the head O-rings and whatnot, and that's it. I've got all the rest of the parts I need, so. And we'll put it back in service again. So thanks again, guys, for watching, subscribing, and commenting, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care.